Thank you, Concurrent. This morning I want to raise the issue of spinal muscular atrophy, or SMA. And in doing so, I welcome, we've just had a meeting hosted by Deputy Chambers, families from across the country who are affected by this condition. And we heard fantastic testimony from Grace and Killian, who are children with this condition. SMA is a group of inherited diseases of the motor nerve that causes very debilitating muscle weaknesses and wasting. It's life-threatening, it's rare, and is the leading genetic cause of death in infants. We just heard at the meeting from a parent who was told by their paediatrician when given the diagnosis that it was as bad as it gets. There are 25 children in this country with this condition. It presents in a number of ways for them. They're wheelchair-bound, muscle recession, considerable pain. The day-to-day exercise of their lives are virtually impossible in terms of handwriting, in terms of small day-to-day things. But they're absolutely fantastic. We've just met some of them. There are some more of them outside the gate. And they would give you a lift to meet them and how determined they are as youngsters to live their lives in spite of the challenges, and how determined their families are to give them as good a life as they can. There is hope now for this condition, and that hope is called Spinraza, which is the first of its kind treatment in the world. And there is significant evidence from countries across the world and from clinical trials that Spinraza can give that hope, because it's changing children's lives significantly, slowing down the muscle wastage, and in many cases allowing muscle strengthening, which allows them to live much easier. Spinraza is making an enormous difference in over 20 countries across Europe to those children and their families who have it. However, here it is still not available on the refund scheme, despite the fact, Taoiseach, that on the 22nd of June last, Minister Harris announced that Ireland would join Belgium, the Netherlands, Luxembourg and Austria in the Benuxa initiative, which is to secure affordable and timely availability. And when he made that announcement, what he said, and I'm quoting him directly, "I want the newest and most innovative medicines to be available in a timely manner to our citizens." So say all of us. But the first initiative that this new group announced was to make Spinraza available in every country in that alliance except in Ireland. So the hopes of those 25 children and their families that were raised on the 22nd of June by the announcement of us joining this alliance are now cruelly dashed, and their frustration and their anger is palpable. So Taoiseach, why have they to wait? When this initiative was held up by your government, by Minister Harris, as the answer to our drug pricing challenges, why are these 25 children not getting the treatments, not getting access to Spinraza in the same way as the children in Belgium, the Netherlands, in Luxembourg and Austria? And I need an answer. We need an urgency, Taoiseach, because these children don't have time.
Thank you, Deputy. Taoiseach, please.
Well, can I thank the Deputy for raising this issue, and can I also welcome the families that are here today, who've clearly made a strong impression, Deputy, when they met you. And can I say that we want to support them? I think it would have been helpful maybe to have given me a little bit of notice that you were going to raise this, and I think I could have provided a more detailed answer. But what I will obviously commit to do is to talk to Minister Harris in relation to getting a more detailed answer for you. I know that this is a stressful time for those with spinal muscular atrophy, and that patients and their families face enormous day-to-day challenges in dealing with this progressive and life-limiting condition. On May the 17th, the European Medicines Agency granted market authorisation for Spinraza, and in October 2017 the HSE received a reimbursement application. The NCP conducted a full pharmacological evaluation and did not recommend reimbursement at the price submitted. The application is currently being processed by the HSE. No decision has been arrived at as of yet as to the statutory assessment process that's still ongoing. The HSE does strive to reach a decision in a timely manner, and wants to do that as soon as possible. A total of 23 medicines have been approved for reimbursement to date in 2018. So the Government and the Minister are very anxious to approve the right drugs when appropriate. That approach applies to this drug also, Deputy. We want to make sure that families and individuals are assisted and supported by the best drugs available on the market, but we have to make sure that we can access them at appropriate pricing to ensure that, that the benefit that families will get from using these drugs is, of course, also balanced by ensuring that, that Irish patients and the Irish state are getting drugs at appropriate prices, along with other countries in the EU. That is why Minister Harris has looked to partner with other European countries to be able to negotiate with drugs companies collectively to get good value for money, but also to get the right drugs available on the refund scheme. But I'll come back to you with a direct answer from the Minister in relation to timings of approval.